Hello YouTube! Today in the Naughty Librarian I am bringing you the second half of my library book sale book haul. As you saw in the previous video, there's this library. It's got like dollar bag day on Saturday, so you can put as many books as you want in a bag, and then the whole bag is $1. It's bonkers. In the last video I did like the first half of the books I got. This is the second half of the books I got. I am a sick kid. But it's okay. I took a break in between filming these videos. I ate some flan because I'm sick, and you know what? I deserve flan, okay? And I'm just drinking anyway because might as well be drunk and sick. What's the difference? I make appropriate life choices. Anyway, let's get into these books so this sick kid can go nap. Okay. Again, I put my hair down to have a cute intro, but I feel like we're friendly enough. I could just like have a messy bun and you guys will still like me, so messy bun it goes. The first book I picked up is Not Quite a Wife by Mary Jo Putney. Marry in haste, repent at leisure. James, Lord Kirkland, owns a shipping fleet, half a London gaming house, and is ruthlessly effective spymaster. He is seldom self-indulgent except when it comes to the gentle, indomitable beauty who was once his wife. Laurel Herbert gave James her heart as an innocent young girl until she saw him perform an act of shocking violence before her very eyes. That night she left her husband and he let her go without a word of protest. I'm assuming he killed some guy and she saw it and she's like, I'm out, you're a crazy person. Now, 10 years later, a chance encounter turns passionate, with consequences that cannot be ignored. But as they try to rebuild what was broken, they must face common enemies and a very uncommon love. This is another one, but like it has like the smutty tab thing, but there's no smutty tab, so that disappointed me. But I'm not sure how I feel about it. I don't know. It seems like it's gonna be this like average historical romance. It doesn't seem like it's a comedy, which is like kind of what I'm looking for. So I don't know. But again, brand new. Look at that crisp edge. It's a brand new book. I also grabbed The Recruit by Monica McCarty, mainly because it's a guy in a kilt on the cover, and I'm like, I'm down for a kilt lifter. Let's see what this is about. Oh, okay! Scotland's King Robert the Bruce is retaking his kingdom from the invading English. Okay, so there's like a film on Netflix right now that has Chris Pine in it, and I heard he drops dong, and he's playing Robert the Bruce. So I'm in. To win, he'll need all the grit and courage of his elite band of warriors, the Highland Guard, men who fight without fear and love without limits. Fiery, aggressive, and bold, Kenneth Sutherland is a true champion, skilled with any weapon and driven to win. Now Kenneth is ready for his greatest challenge, joining Robert the Bruce's secret army to fight among the elite. Kenneth's best chance to attain that honor is by winning the Highland Games. Focused and prepared for victory, he is caught off guard by a lovely wisp of a woman and a stolen moment of wicked seduction. Her innocent arousal and her shameless hunger fire his blood. He will win his place in the guard and in Mary of Mars' bed. Ooh. The ruggedly handsome hero in the making stirs a heart that should know better. Mary vows to surrender what will be sport only. No promises, no heartbreak, just one night of incredible passion. Nothing, she swears, will persuade her to give up her hard-wrought independence and put her fate in the hands of another powerful man. But with every gentle touch and heart-pounding kiss, Kenneth makes her want more. Now, Mary wants his heart. But is this determined champion willing to surrender everything for love? Okay, Robert the Bruce, Chris Pine plays that character, drops dong. Into this already, kind of feeling it. The thing is, I don't know why they always are writing about like women who are like innocent wisps of a girl. It's like, find you a girl who knows what to do with your dick first. Like, I don't know. I feel like there could be more light skirts in historical romance, if I'm just being honest. This one is like old school historical romance. I have Wuthering Heights by Charlotte Bronte, and I bought it because it's just pretty. Look at the spine. That's a pretty spine. It's just an old, pretty book, so I bought it because I'm like, that's pretty. Oh no, it's by Emily Bronte. What's wrong with me? Don't hate me. I said Charlotte, but it's Emily. Anyway, Wuthering Heights, Heathcliff and Kathy, they have a fucked up relationship. I mean, it's been out long enough. You guys know what it's about. I also grabbed The Sum of All Kisses by Julia Quinn. Let's see what she has to offer. He thinks she's an annoying know-it-all. Hugh Prentice has never had any patience for dramatic females, and if Lady Sarah Plensworth has ever been acquainted with the words shy or retiring, she's long since tossed them out the window. Besides, if Hugh did grow to enjoy her company, it wouldn't matter. A reckless duel has left his brilliant mathematician with a ruined leg, and now, unable to run, hide, or even waltz, he could never court a woman like Sarah, much less dream of marrying her. She thinks he's just plain mad. Sarah has never forgiven Hugh for the duel he fought 3 years earlier, the one that forced her cousin into exile, nearly destroying her family. But even if she could find a way to forgive him, it wouldn't matter. She doesn't care that his leg is less than perfect. It's his personality she can't abide. So they both hate each other. Obviously, enemies to lovers romance we're getting here. But when the pair is forced to spend a week in close company, they discover that first impressions are not always reliable. And when one kiss leads to 2, 3, and 4, the mathematician may lose count, and the lady may, for the first time, find herself speechless. Okay, so you know what? This one actually seems like a comedy, so I'm really intrigued in this one because I want comedies, like Tessa Dare comedies, and this one seems like it's going to be funny, so I'm like, this is my jam. I also picked up 2 more books by Julia Quinn. I should have just said them all at once, but I didn't know I had these in the stack, so 2 more books by Julia Quinn. First off, I have What Happens in London. Rumors and Gossip, the Lifeblood of London. When Olivia Bevilstroke... Olivia Bevilstroke? They always have silly names sometimes. Anyway, when Olivia Bellingstroke is told that her new neighbor may have killed his fiancé, she doesn't believe it for a second. But still, how could she help spying on him just to be sure? So she stakes out a spot near her bedroom window, cleverly concealed by curtains, watches and waits, and discovers a most intriguing man who is definitely up to something. Sir Harry Valentine. His name is Harry Valentine. These names, girl. Sir Harry Valentine works for the boring branch of the War Office, translating documents vital to national security. He's not a spy, but he had all the training, and when a gorgeous blonde begins to watch him from her window, he is instantly suspicious. But when he decides that she's nothing more than an annoyingly nosy debutante, he discovers that she might be engaged to a foreign prince who might be plotting against England. And when Harry is roped into spying on Olivia, he discovers that he might be falling for her himself. Okay, again, comedy. I think this one's gonna be cute. They're spying on each other, and there's like a prince who might be like a bad guy. I don't know. I think these are comedies. Like, I'm into it. I think I found a comedy author. Like, oh my gosh, I want historical romantic comedies. The last one I got was To Philip with Love, and this one looks so 90s. Look at that feather quill. Oh my goodness. Again, this is the one with the smutty tab. Let's see the smutty tab. I think I just saw that same couple on a different book. What book was it? I don't know what book it was, but that couple seems very familiar. Dear Mrs. Bridgerton, we have been corresponding for quite some time now, and although we have never formally met, I feel as if I know you. Forgive me if I'm too bold, but I am writing to invite you to visit me. It is my hope that we might decide that we will suit, and you will consent to be my wife. Sir Philip Creighton. So it starts off with a little letter here. Sir Philip knew that Eloise Bridgerton was a spinster, and so he proposed, figuring that she might be homely and unassuming, but more than a little desperate for an offer of marriage. Except she wasn't. The beautiful woman on his doorstep was anything but quiet, and when she stopped talking long enough to close her mouth, all he wanted to do was kiss her. And more. They really put in ellipses. And more. I love it. Did he think she was mad? Eloise Bridgerton couldn't marry a man she had never met. But then she started thinking and wondering, and before she knew it, she was in a hired carriage in the middle of the night on her way to meet the man she hoped might be her perfect match. Except he wasn't. Her perfect husband wouldn't be so moody and ill-mannered. While Philip was certainly handsome, he was a large brute of a man, rough and rugged, and totally unlike the London gentleman vying for her hand. But when he smiled and when he kissed her, the rest of the world simply fell away, and she couldn't help but wonder, Could this imperfect man be perfect for her? I kind of like grumpy dudes. Not mean guys. There's a difference between mean and grumpy. And I'm like, I could deal with a grumpy curmudgeon guy. I'm into it. I'm into it. Okay, Julia Quinn, I got my eye on you. I think you're going to be good. I got to try those out. And I also picked up a book by Christina Dodd and is Taken by the Prince. I keep seeing Christina Dodd around, but I haven't read any of her stuff. I think she also writes paranormals. Lovely Victoria Cardiff is very strict and very sure that England is the only civilized place in the world. She's about to find out she's right. Only Victoria knows the truth about the dashing, dissolute, dangerous Sabre Lawrence. His name is Sabre Lawrence. Ugh, romance names. Sabre Lawrence, that he is a renegade prince plotting to seize control of his country. When a chance meeting brings them face to face, Victoria can no longer ignore their secret past. An encounter at a glittering ball and a forbidden kiss she has angrily avowed never to repeat. To ensure her silence, Sabre kidnaps Victoria and carries her away to his castle deep in the woods. Between persuasion and passion, he vows to vanquish her reserve, but he soon finds that an English governess is not so easily seduced. Will he discover too late that a woman's heart is a treasure more priceless than any kingdom? Dude, you should have known that going in. Abducting a woman is never a good start to a relationship. I feel like I should not have bought this. I feel like I won't like it. Oh, it doesn't have a smutty bit, but it does have him wearing a cape. He is wearing a cape. You don't see a lot of guys in capes. I also picked up Highland Bride by Hannah Howell. I don't know if this is paranormal historical or not. Let's see. Though she has yet to be courted by any man, spirited Gillian Murray decides the time has come to visit the dour lands gifted to her by her father's kinsman. She arrives to find the small keep surrounded by 3 lairds, each one vying for her hand and property. Though resolved to refuse them all, the threat of battle on her threshold forces her to boldly choose a suitor. Sir Connor McEnroy, a handsome, daring knight of few words. As his wife, Gillian is stunned by his terse, cold distance, and her own yearning to feel passion in his arms. Now, bringing her healing touch to a land and keep ravaged by treachery and secret enemies, she dares to reach out for the one thing she fears she forever would be denied: her husband's closely guarded heart. I like Grumps, but I feel like he might be an asshole. I don't know about this one. Okay, so all the rest, like, I got a bunch of Lisa Kleypas books because I keep seeing her name around. She's like an OG author. I should probably try something out. I have heard her referred to in the same sense of Tessa Dare, so I wonder if she's writing comedies. First up, I have Marrying Winterbourne. Okay, it's got a smutty insert. Let's see what it is. Oh, it's not too smutty. That is a nice dress, though. I appreciate her wedding dress. That's kind of cute. Savage ambition has brought common lord Rhys Winterbourne vast wealth and success. In business and beyond, Rhys gets exactly what he wants, and from the moment he meets the shy, aristocratic, it took me a long time to figure out that word. From the moment he meets the shy, aristocratic, I'm just gonna not, okay, aristocratic, Lady Helen Ravenel, he is determined to possess her. If he must take her virtue to ensure she marries him, so much the better. Ew. Helen has little contact with the glittering, cynical world of London society. When Rhys's determined seduction awakens an intense mutual passion, Helen's gentle upbringing belies a stubborn conviction that only she can tame her unruly husband. As Rhys's enemies conspire against him, Helen must trust him with her darkest secret. The risks are unthinkable, the reward a lifetime of incomparable bliss, and it begins with Marrying Winterbourne. I should read the blurb on books before I buy them, because this one I don't think I'm going to like. If he's determined to take her virtue to force her to marry him, he is not a guy I'm going to be about. I accidentally ended up with 2 copies of Someone to Watch Over Me because they're different covers and I didn't realize it's the same book. But hey, you know, I have 2 different covers. I'm going to go with the green one. Why not? It seems more romancy. She couldn't remember who she was. A temptingly beautiful woman awakens in a stranger's bed, rescued from the icy waters of the Thames, her memory gone. Told that she is Vivian Rose Duval, one of London's most scandalous beauties, she finds herself under the protection of the enigmatic, charming Grant Morgan. Her life is in his hands, but deep in her heart, she knows he has mistaken her for someone else. He was the only man she could trust. As one of London's most eligible bachelors and unattainable catches, Grant Morgan is a man who has known every kind of woman. And the one in his arms now seems so innocent, so vulnerable, he can't help but be enchanted. And his love for this mysterious beauty grows. He is determined to unravel the secrets of her past. Oh. Okay, so I have heard Lisa Kleypas referred to as a comedy writer, but I feel like these aren't comedies. I feel like they're going to be sad books. Carrying on this Lisa Kleypas train, I have Dreaming of You. I got it, but look at this. It's brand new. It's a brand new book. Oh my gosh. When shy and secluded author Sarah Fielding ventures from her country cottage to research a novel, she inadvertently witnesses a crime in progress and manages to save the life of the most dangerous man in London. Okay, Lisa Kleypas, turning it around. This one seems cool. Derek Craven is a powerful and near-legendary gambling club owner who was born a bastard and raised in the streets. His reputation is unsavory, his scruples non-existent. But Sarah senses that beneath Derek's cynical exterior, he is capable of a love more passionate than her deepest fantasies. Girl, like, you can't save people with your vagina. Aware that he is the last man that an innocent young woman should ever want, Derek is determined to protect Sarah from herself, no matter what it takes. But in a world where secrets lurk behind every shadow, he is the only man who can keep her safe. And as Derek and Sarah surrender to an attraction too powerful to deny, a peril surfaces from his dark past to threaten their happiness, and perhaps even their lives. Together, they will discover if their love is enough to make dreams come true. I don't know if this is going to be a comedy or not, but I appreciate the fact that she's researching for a novel. Okay, I'm into you. She sees a crime happening. She saves a guy. I'm feeling like I'm going to like this girl. Another Lisa Kleypas I picked up was Seduce Me at Sunrise. This one's got a smutty tab. What's a smutty tab? Okay, that's sufficiently smutty. Like, I'm kind of feeling his long hair. Like, tell me that's not like a good haircut. Kind of feeling it. Kind of feeling it on this guy. He has tried hard to forget her. Kev Maripin has longed for the beautiful, well-bred Winifred Hathaway ever since her family rescued him from the brink of death when he was just a boy. But this handsome gypsy is a man of mysterious origins, and he fears that the darkness of his past could crush delicate, luminous Win. So, Kev refuses to submit to some temptation, and before long, Win is torn from him by a devastating twist of fate. Okay, so they're already going into nicknames, Win and Kev. And he's a gypsy. Don't see a lot of gypsy men. Can she remember the man he once was? Then, Win returns to England, only to find that Kev has hardened into a man who will deny love at all costs. Meanwhile, an attractive, seductive suitor has his sights set on Win. It's now or never for Kev to make his move, but first he must confront a dangerous secret about his destiny, or risk losing the only woman he has lived for. I haven't really read about a book with having Romani in it, so I wanna see how they handle that. Last Lisa Kleypas book is Tempt Me at Twilight. Okay, this is another one with a smutty tab. Let's see this. Oh, no, there's the smutty tab. Okay. I mean, that girl looks like she's wearing a wig, but it's smutty. He was everything she'd sworn to avoid. Poppy Hathaway loves her unconventional family, though she longs for normalcy. Then, fate leads her to a meeting with Harry Rutledge, an enigmatic hotel owner and inventor with wealth, power, and a dangerous hidden life. When their flirtation compromises her own reputation, Poppy shocks everyone by accepting his proposal, only to find that her new husband offers his passion, but not his trust. She was everything he needed. Harry was willing to do anything to win Poppy except open his heart. All his life he has held the world at arm's length, but the sharp, beguiling Poppy demands to be his wife in every way that it matters. Still, as desire grows between them, an enemy lurks in the shadows. Now, if Harry wants to keep Poppy by his side, he must forge a true union of body and soul once and for all. this could be done well, but I haven't seen them done well very often where the guy tries to push the girl away because he's trying to protect her, because usually they act like assholes. So I don't know how assholey this guy is going to be. Last book in this haul is The Border Vixen by Bertrice Small. Ooh, this one. This is like a bigger size one. These are like those $15 soft covers. They're always so expensive, but hey, it's a lady and she's wearing pants. Not a lot of ladies in pants in historical novels. Dougland Kerr, the Laird of Bray Acer? All these weird words, gosh darn it. He has lost his male heirs in the raging border wars. He has but one inheritor remaining, a beautiful headstrong granddaughter known as Mad Maggie. There are many eager to wed Maggie. For with her comes the profitable right to exact tolls and a famous safe passage through the border hills, which has been under the protection of the Kerrs for generations. Keenly aware of the covetous interest in her lands, the Laird announces that any man who can outrun, outride, and outfight Mad Maggie will win her and her inheritance. His proposition causes more chaos than resolution, for feisty Maggie's reputation precedes her, and the one man to take up the challenge is roundly defeated. But young King James V learns of the Laird's problem and dispatches his cousin Fingal Stewart into the borders to wed the heiress without delay so that the valuable past may be protected. But the Laird insists his conditions must be met, and the heated contest of wills between Finn and Maggie brings out the fire in them both. But there are those who will stop at nothing to gain control of Maggie's inheritance, even if it means getting rid of Fingal Stewart and his Border Vixen. Okay, so I feel like she's like grown-up Merida. So if like Merida grew up in the country where she protected like a passage, and then she's gonna have sex with a guy. So if you're into like Merida and romance novels, I think this is like your jam. Oh gosh, okay. Whew. I'm so sick. I don't feel good. It's been really windy. It's all my allergies. Like my body feels okay. It's just like my face has, you don't need to know about my sickness. Anyway, I have so many books I got. Please let me know in comments down below which ones are the best, which ones are the worst, just so I can help weed out what I got. If you like this video, make sure you give it a like. And if you want to see more videos, make sure you subscribe. And I will see you guys soon.